I swear.
Welcome back to the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. I'm your host, Shawnee095, followed by...
I'm Dan. I'm Dan BTV.
And...
Zombie Jaw.
And we are...
You can find me at... Oh, I thought you wanted that now. I'm so sorry.
No, that's at the end. And we're one short because Sasha streams he's not feeling good tonight. Alright, so today we are going to be finishing up with the Kabaneri second half. And we will be starting with episode 7, not episode 6 like the tweet said, because your boy fucked up. So I know that there was some things that we meant to talk about before, which we're just going to talk about real quick. So, Josh, go right ahead.
Dude, we missed in episode 5 that we mentioned the jet bullets, but we never got around to mentioning how they reinforced the katanas with the metal that they found in the heart cages of the Kabaneri.
No, we
Or
did not.
Kabani. Sorry, Kabani. And then the comment I was going to make on that is, knowing that they had these stronger weapons that can now go through the heart cages, why didn't they try to fashion some form of armor? Even if it was just something they could put on their arm or something, just something to keep from getting bit necessarily. Like a...
Yeah, because I mean, they're already having like all the samurai armor and all that. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't, but I mean, my guess it'd probably be a little heavy.
My guess they just wouldn't have enough to do anything like that.
They're more worried about the bullets and the swords, so yeah.
I mean, I'm just surprised, like, we didn't see them even think about it. And who knows? There's another 3 episodes that past this that we haven't seen. Maybe they do something surprising.
Yeah, you're talking about the stuff on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's actually following this. Supposedly it's a movie, but they put it into 3 episodes.
Yeah. And then also on Crunchy, I saw they had like a part 1 and a part 2, like, kind of movie breakdown of the first 6 episodes and the second 6 episodes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wait,
I
really?
would have watched that, dude. I would have watched that today because I was like, I don't want to watch you 6 episodes today.
Well, because I started to watch some of the episodes this morning, and then my shit crashed, and I was like, all right, well, I gotta go do some things anyways. And so,
I jumped around and tried to refresh myself a bit.
Well, so I'm just gonna say it real quick. Episode 7's like basically filler.
Oh yeah.
Because all they're doing is going around getting bamboo, doing shop haggling, showing some dude off who's trying to act like big shot. Oh, I'm nobleman. I need to have my gun fixed. Fuck yourself.
Wait, you forgot. Kurusu went back to being a piece of shit.
How so? Well, I forgot that part. What did he do?
It's just his attitude amongst remember he was showing.
Yes.
I could do this move. He's like, oh, you don't know anything, and then like he like does that whole flip with the kendo stick and then hits him in the face or whatever, and you're just like, okay, damn, dude.
And then his friend's like, Ikoma, use that move against him.
I thought that was just kind of funny, and that. Like,
oh yeah, no, I found that to be funny as well.
Well, it was funny. It was funny, but he was doing it like, I've been studying for years. You're not going to just learn this in like one afternoon.
Ikoma over here like, bitch, bet. But yeah, so I guess Kurisu's asshole meter going back up a little bit. But yeah, other than that, they just went out shopping, haggling.
Scene that meant
Mume, yeah. Not knowing how to shop and all that, so.
Dude, that was hilarious.
What part was hilarious?
That was because they're like, hey, will you go with us? These guys don't give fair prices, and we need our guardian. And then they're sitting there, and the guy's basically hiding in the corner like, this is unfair. Give us a discount. And he's like, I'm sorry.
And the kid's like, Discount. Yeah. No, it was interesting watching that part. I don't know. I
Not
just
mistaken.
don't care for the filler-esque
Well,
episode.
This episode was really. I mean, it kind of set up for what's going to happen. I get that, but there's one scene they did that was like you could have not put that in there and nobody would have noticed. And that's when they went to go, when they were getting the parts, and the guy was like, "Oh, here, let me talk to you about our bullets, and maybe we can like, you got these charges or whatever that you use for fireworks."
Mm-hmm.
Nothing came of that.
Nothing at all. Yep.
Absolutely nothing came of that. It was pointless. All it was just to show up that one dude shows up like, "Oh, fix my gun, fuck these guys," and then he gets his ass kicked like, "I'll be back for my gun," and then nothing happened. It's like, "Oh, here, let me clean up this mess." So you really did put in a scene just to say, "Yeah, this will fill in like, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe a minute."
Yeah, it was straight up filler. Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I guess they went around because it's supposed to be a New Year's type of thing going on. They bought bamboo. They bought paper. Tanadosu Detsu or something like that is what they're doing, writing New Year's wishes on paper and putting them on the bamboo leaves.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Kurusu was all bashful and shit because he didn't want anybody to know what he wished for.
Yeah.
Because it won't come true.
Because he wants to be with Lady Ayama.
Ayame?
Ayame? Yeah, something like that. I know it starts with an A, ends with an A.
I will say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. It was a filler episode, but it was a needed episode. For the first 6 episodes, these people have been going through fucking hell. And they're just showing you that they can take a breather. Even if just for like one episode. They took a breather.
Happiness.
Like, how... I mean, dude, let's not forget the freaking... The Kabani that was like walking through the train car just slicing everybody to bits. They need that breather, okay? Like, goddamn.
I mean, what Kabani are you even talking about? I don't remember that Kabani.
The samurai Kabani?
I'm joking.
You're kidding me? Just fucking joking.
But yeah, it's filler, but yeah, I guess, sure, they need a little bit of breathing room. It's a fucking animated series. Of course they need breathing room.
Yeah.
They need to have
that was also for the viewers, though. That's even for the viewers. Like, you can, like, unpucker your butthole now that you can breathe.
I want full gore all the time.
My God.
No
You're gonna
breaks
love
on this train.
Ninja Scroll.
No breaks on these trains, alright? They're gonna go through every single station, no breaks.
So...
No? Okay.
I was really ignoring your dad joke. I know, I kind of derailed your train of thought.
God.
That was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Join us, Dan. Join us.
No.
Uh,
Surrounded by boomers.
Alright, so anyways. God.
I do remember they did end up using, I think we kind of talked about this already, but they used the jet bullet technology to kind of as a bargaining chip
Mm-hmm.
in this episode.
Yeah.
To trade for goods and whatnot, and be on their way.
Yeah, not
So that
only
was
for
interesting.
trading for goods, but like taking care of their wounded and sick and
Oh yeah.
other whatnot.
Didn't they say they were going to leave them there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Which, yeah, because I mean, I'm sorry, you get attacked. I mean, you're probably more likely to get attacked if somebody's wounded because they smell the blood.
Yeah.
The Kabani.
Okay, cool.
So, and then I don't know. There was something about, I think it was the dude. I don't know, the bandage dude that was limping around that talked to Mume in the previous episode or two. That just really gave me a bad vibe this time around.
But he wasn't in this episode.
He was, but he wasn't. Like, you can tell something was up. Like, they didn't show, but you can tell something was up.
I don't remember him being in it, but okay, I'll take your word
I
for it.
don't remember either.
I could have swore he talked to somebody. One
You're
of the
thinking
higher
next
ups.
episode. You're thinking about next episode, because at the end of this
could be.
episode they do the
I don't know.
fireworks show, and that's literally how it ends. Other than
no,
Ikuma
not
going, "Oh, I'm going to stop all the Kabani, and I'm gonna find a cure. I'm gonna bring back the world," basically.
That shit we've heard about 1,000 times already.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No. That's not how this ended.
Was it not?
I could have swore that it ended next day when they met Biba. And then when the next episode, I gotta look it up now. I swear it ended with, because I remember it ended with like
The train coming in
was like mean mugging Biba. So everybody's like, "Oh, it's Lord Biba."
Was that not the beginning of the next episode?
No, I want to say the next one because like it was this one. He's like, "Is this the guy that's been filling her head full of all this crap?" And the next episode, he's like, he actually confronts him like almost right away.
You know what? You are right.
Because I remember, because
Okay,
I jotted down like
I'll
I
give
can
you that.
already sense like he's a stuck-up piece of shit already.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like you can tell this guy thinks his farts don't stink. You know?
This is the Shogun's son, of course. His gas smells like roses and whatever the hell you want to think else. It just smells great. Dandelions and roses. There you go.
Weeds and roses. So yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, once you saw him, you just thought, I already don't like this guy. At least I got that feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're hoping he's going to be a nice guy, but you have a feeling, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're just really just hoping he's like, yeah, no, this is the guy who's gonna help save everything. It's gonna be like another Mume. She's gonna help just kill the Kabani. It'll be great. It'll be a great time. But really, in the back of your head, you're going, this is the issue that's gonna be going on with the rest of the season.
The other thing was that really got me was the whole whenever they would refer to the young master. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought it was gonna be like some kid that was a Kabaneri. This whole time I thought it was gonna be like some kid's gonna walk out. You're gonna think, oh, he's nothing, and then you just see him go like fucking like Super Saiyan on like some Kabani. But like, oh my god, he's like a fucking machine. I mean, this really changed my thought process. Like, oh, guess we're not gonna go that route and see some kid like destroy like everything. He may be small, but he's like the bigger you are, the less powerful you are. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it's whatever.
Let's go to the
Good
next
coffee.
next episode. Yeah, good coffee. I'm sorry. So next episode starts with, the whole train showed up already, and they're all trying to go meet up with Biba, and Ikuma wants to really get to know this person who's been filling Mume's. I'm gonna keep on butchering her name. I already know it.
This ain't Mume.
Mume. They're gonna keep on, who filled Mume's head with all these lies and BS and changed her name basically. So, yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, the first thing I have jotted down, it was the other than Ikuma is like really stepping like over the line. Like I know
for
he wanted to
sure.
figure it out, but like he's been like, even from the very beginning, the very first episode, he has a problem with like knowing when to step in and when not to. And like, I don't know, I felt like he was trying to flex his power too much,
Yeah, he's like,
even though he doesn't really have any.
I'm a Kanabari. I can just say whatever I want. It'll be fine. No, dude, you need to not be a piece of shit still.
He
Yeah.
just thinks he's all tough shit now.
Yeah, he really does. He just, exactly like you said, he just keeps on stepping over the line just because, oh, this person told her such and such doesn't mean that you can just like do whatever you want. You don't have to be the best human out there, no.
Oh yeah.
But you're not a human,
But-
you're a Kanabari.
One of the first things I jotted down was the kunai dude giving me a feeling that Biba and his group was up to no good. I don't know. It's just
So, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I know this is like way ahead, but Kunai dude, the blue hair boy, he didn't do anything, right? The rest of the season?
No. I mean,
Because I don't
wasn't
remember
he
seeing him do anything.
No, he wasn't. I think he was just like.
He's just there.
No, that's right. This is like when he killed the bug.
The bug,
wasn't it?
yeah, that was
I
the
don't
only thing.
remember.
But I'm just
Yeah.
saying for like the rest of the
Like,
season, he doesn't do
didn't-
anything, right?
Yeah. I don't remember him doing anything. No.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure because yeah, I don't remember him doing anything either.
It was Well, I won't get into that. I know who was like the big one,
Mm-hmm.
the right hand man for a lot of that.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah,
he
now that I think about it,
definitely
you're
was
right. It
not.
wasn't him. He was just obedient and kept the distance.
Yeah, he just kept to himself and later on joined them. But we'll get into that later. I just had to make sure because I just don't remember him doing anything. I just thought that was kind of interesting. That's all.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And it wasn't really far into the episode, if I'm not mistaken, that they started getting attacked. And that's when Biba was like, "Oh, we're going to show you guys how it's done."
Yeah, so the reason why
Yep.
that happened was because the nobles who had his old ear, Biba's ear, was trying to get their way to attack Biba and kind of get them to take care of business while they plotted their own way to try and kill him or defeat him or whatever. So that led to that, but we kind of skipped over a whole point where Biba is proving himself that he can get dirty and work on the train as much as anyone else, and Ikuma
Well, you're
comes
right.
in and
I completely
works on it as well, and they get to talk, and Ikuma learns a little bit about Biba and his philosophy on the strong and the weak.
Every time I look over, you're just like gorging that coffee down.
This is the Caffeinated
First,
Weebs
it's not
for a
empty
reason.
yet.
It is now. It's okay, I have backup.
That's right. I did completely forget about that. Like, I don't know. It was. I mean, honestly, it was over a week ago that I watched it. So
I thought you were going to catch up on the episodes that we needed to watch.
what are you talking about? I watched everything.
I thought we were going to rewatch the episodes for tonight.
Yeah, how did that go for you too?
I watched these ones.
I rewatched like 2 of the episodes 7 and 8. That's it.
So, anyways, the reason why the Kabani are coming towards the station is because the nobleman there had some horses ran along the wall with some dead people, so there's a lot of blood out there. And so Ikuma and the gang, they're like, "Oh, we'll go take care of this," and they're like, "No, we'll show just what we can do." So the Liberators head on out to go take care of them.
Nikama joins them.
Yeah, of course he does.
Of course.
Yeah. But I know that IMA, she still helped out with her bow and whatnot. But as far as all that went, it was mainly just the Liberators just taking care of everything. Meanwhile, that was when the ear came to talk to Biba, and he's going, "If you just say the word, I'll join you. I'll come back to your side. Blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "No." So that's when his ear tries to attack him, and Biba stops his advance. And Ikuma's watching as this is all happening. And he's telling him to stop and not to kill him. And he's like, "Huh, goodbye." Kills him anyways.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, one thing that was interesting is Biba was sporting a ribcage blade.
Yes, he was.
He
And
already had one. So
The
they'd
thing
been doing
about
their own
his
research.
blade, it was also a gun.
Dude, I was saving that for later. I was like, he's got a motherfucking gun blade.
What is it?
Oh,
God, what was it that
Go ahead.
has gun blades in it? I can't think of it.
Final Fantasy VIII
Is it just Final Fantasy?
that I know of. I mean, well, technically you can say Parasite Ep.2. If you beat the game, you get Squall's Gunblade. But yeah, the Seath or Seth or whatever and Squall have Gunblades. I don't remember if anything else does. That's honestly why I got excited, because it looked like something out of Final Fantasy.
There's an anime called Gun X Sword, but I don't think that has a gunblade in it.
I've never seen that.
It probably does have a gun sword in it.
Oh well.
If it doesn't,
whatever.
There's something wrong with them.
Motherfucking Gunblade.
Motherfucking gunblade. So then after that, Biba is asking, what, was he your kin? Was he someone you know? And of course, Ikuma doesn't know who the hell he is. And Ayame's trying to pretty much get him to back down, because no, obviously you don't know him, so why the fuck are you still trying to fight this man for about someone you don't know? He was attacking him, so hey. So, yeah, I don't know. That was about...
Now,
Go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, in the middle of the fight, there was an enemy, one of the Kabani, that had one in front of it and one in back of it. Dude, I really got, like, Resident Evil Tyrant vibes from that dude at first. I thought it was going to be some epic battle. I was absolutely disappointed that they killed him so damn fast.
Yes.
I wanted an interesting fight out of that. Now, wasn't it the other Kabaneri that beat?
Yeah, Horibori. Horibori and Mime were the ones that fought it.
I was so disappointed. I wanted a better fight than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so far, the special, in quotations, Kabani have been absolutely disappointing to see them fight. Thinking that it's going to be a little bit of a battle, only for them to wipe them out like almost immediately.
I mean, all the fights that have had the Kanabari fighting them, yeah, it was disappointing. But once it was just like the Kabani, the special Kabani, and a human, that's the only point of it that's actually interesting. But then once the Kanabari join in, it's over.
Give Kurusu another, like, one of the ribcage blades and have him take on that one Kabani again. I think that'd be an interesting as hell fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, other than that, I don't remember what happens after that whole argument back and forth. Or that whole dispute. I think it's just that their trains link up so that the Liberators can then lead the charge with...
They were going to escort them.
Yeah, going to escort them back over to the next town. The next town, I just don't remember the fucking name.
Well, there was the dude with the batons. He was like dressed as a fucking ninja, and he went and killed the leaders of this town.
Yeah, they went and killed the nobles that pretty much led that attack.
Biba talked to Mume. I mean, she basically had a flashback about her mom and how weak she was, and how she needed to be strong because her mom was weak.
And Mume's real name meant pile of rice. Yeah.
Dude.
That was last episode, actually.
Rice.
Yeah.
Like, Rice, come here. Is his name Bryce? No, Rice. Like
it's Rice. No, you gotta have the Japanese characters just so it actually sounds like something, and then you're like, then they go, what does it mean? It means pile of rice. Poor child.
I'm Hispanic, so what's your son's name? Tecate.
Like the beer. See.
Exactly.
Shit. Alright. So, as far as that, I think that was basically it for episode 8. Unless I'm missing... No, I am missing a point still. When Mume comes later on that night to get the master key for the train, it ends up not being the master key. It's actually just some random storage key. Get fucked.
Was it that
Yume.
Because
episode?
yeah, I'm
That
pretty sure
was
it
at the
was.
end, towards the end of this episode. But after that, she gives the key to Biba, and he's just like, "You got played. This ain't the key. Get fucked."
Like,
You
he was
obviously can't trust him
hardcore
now.
brainwashing her still.
Oh yeah, dude, for real.
It was so bad.
Now, episode 9, on the other hand, that's when they get to the next town. Ayame and the train conductor, I can't remember her name because I don't think her name's really ever mentioned, but other than like maybe twice. They head up to go talk to the nobleman of this station. You were saying something?
No, it's just kind of what we were all kind of hinting at before, and how forgettable all these characters are. Really, they didn't really go into their backstory or anything. Like, it's like the only reason I'm not remember their names because they weren't really big players. So like they
No.
wanted them to be, but they really weren't.
And I'm sorry, like, next episode's about to be really hard because, like, honestly, whenever I first saw it, it was sad. But I don't remember his name.
Who?
We'll get into it when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's get straight right into it.
No, we're not in episode 10 yet. We're still in episode 9. Fuck off.
I don't remember what happens next.
I know. At this point, I was saying that Mume is too dangerous. Like, you can't trust her.
No, for sure.
Like, she's brainwashed by her brother.
Her
Like, you can't.
brother.
Oh yeah, and then you find, oh yeah, they did state that's not really her brother.
Mm-hmm.
He saved her when she was a kid.
Yep.
And then brainwashed her, changed her name.
Yep. And made her a Kanabari.
Kabaneri.
So this is the episode where they go to the next town. This is where they actually meet the Shogun.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
No.
we're on 9, right?
We're on 9, yes, but it's not the Shogun.
Yes.
No.
That's episode
No,
10.
it is not.
That's episode 10.
No, it's not even
what?
10.
Or 11.
It's
No,
11.
11 actually.
No, it's 11. Fuck, I got this mixed up.
Yes, you did. That is not the
Just like,
Shogun.
okay, I won't ruin why. I remember why I thought that.
This is just some random fucking noble.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ayame is there with the conductor. Biba shows up with Horobi, and that's when not Horobi, Biba gets a gun pointed at his head because that man can't be trusted. For obvious reasons, he cannot be trusted. Meanwhile, they're trying to have their talk at the noble's place. Mume is going around trying to open the gate so the train can come in because we've done so much. We need to have our safety rest and all this other stuff. We deserve to be inside. So she's going around knocking them out. Not killing them. She's not killing them because she says Ikuma wouldn't like it. Nothing?
Then as soon as she dropped that gate, we had motherfucking motorcycles out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
That
This is-
spray fucking blood, dude.
With blood
I was like,
sex.
you've got to be kidding me. Like, I'm sorry. None of that. Okay, first of all, we're lucky we got trains here. Okay? Where the fuck did motorcycles come from?
Honestly.
Why can't they have horses and like a pump or something? Somebody sitting on back with a pump sprayer spraying blood everywhere.
Well, we've seen motorcycles in the when they first introduced Biba and his army when they went to go charge out
Yeah.
after them.
Yeah, there was.
Did they? I don't remember seeing them.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not saying they weren't there.
I didn't
I
mention it, but
I
yes.
just don't remember.
Biba went out on horseback. Everybody else went out on motorcycles.
Fucking goddamn my phone. Every time.
Is that Spider-Man's web?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
It sounds so
I
weird.
heard it yesterday. But I was like, nah, it's just me.
It sounds like
go
an
ahead.
electric shock.
But yeah, so there's the motorcycle blood sack boys who are just like bringing in the Kabani because they want that blood. So she's now realizing what she's done, and Ikama's there with the sweet boy whose name is definitely not remembered. And they're just trying to get her to stop doing all this crap. And so next what happened is that the Kabani get into the town because there's only like 2 guards at the fucking gate for some reason. There's no way to alert the entire town.
They did not know how to deal with this situation. They're like, what do we do? I don't know. They go to run, and then they died. It's like, bro, if they're that close and you still don't know what to do, what the hell, man? Like, at that point, run screaming, get everybody's attention, fucking throw rocks. I don't give a shit. But it's standing there, I don't know what to do.
Yep.
But, like, Mume fucked up, dude. She doomed so many women and children. Like,
she killed so many people.
It was her doing. Like, she's the one that dropped the gate. She let everything in. She was the one that initiated the plan that led to so many people dying. And it was it pissed me off. I was so livid. It's like, at that point, I don't know that I would have been able to forgive her because she just single-handedly doomed that whole town. Now, granted, she wasn't the one that brought the Kabani directly in, but had she not opened that gate, it wouldn't have happened.
You're not wrong.
I was so pissed off, dude. Oh my god. I mean, I even have on here, like, she fucked up, all his blood is on her hands, what the fuck is she doing? like, dude, my notes are fucked, and this is like, what is wrong with this chick?
You're not wrong. She definitely done goofed. She doomed them all. Because, I mean, as soon as that was going on, she realized what she had done, and she saw that, and she was trying to go down there to save people. She tried to, but, I mean, it's a little late for that. It's a little late for sorry. And
how long does she have?
What do you mean?
Was it 60 seconds before she has to, like, sleep? Which we didn't cover that.
So it's not that. It's just that she tries to be faster so she can take out more each time.
Like a personal record.
I think that's mainly what it is.
If she runs out of time, she has to sleep. Otherwise, because, like, she starts glowing.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was something. Yeah, she'll start to turn into Kabani.
I don't think they really ever fully covered that.
They didn't. That's what really bothers me, because, like, at that point, it's in the viewer's mind on how to take it. But they definitely make it look like she can only fight for so long before she, like, runs out of steam.
Yeah,
I think she was just timing herself for when something like that happens.
Well, the thing is, like, with her, yeah, she starts to glow and all this other crap, and you can see it's actually affecting her. But meanwhile, with Ikuma, whenever he's, like, doing all of his bullshit, and he's taking on an entire horde who is biting him, biting his gut, all this other stuff, he doesn't glow. He isn't slowly turning further. He's still going at full strength.
There's been multiple times, especially when with the whole train episode. They were on top of the train, and she says, "I'm out of time. I have to rest." And she starts going to sleep, and he's like, "Watch over her while she rests." And then he goes and fights.
Yeah,
I know. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Kabani on top of the train, who fell from tunnels. Yeah, no, this is the best place for her to sleep. This is it. It's fine.
But that's happened a couple times throughout the series.
Doesn't she wake up like a minute or two later after that too? Like,
oh, it's so stupid. She did, yeah.
Yeah, there's literally no point. What's a minute or two of sleep gonna do?
Power nap. It's a power nap.
Sure.
So now we're getting into a very interesting.
No, not yet.
Really? We got something before that still?
Yes. As soon as shit starts at the fan, they send out an alarm that the Kabani have entered the station. As soon as that alarm is sounded, the back at the noble's place, they go into action. He kills the boy that has the gun to his head, and then Horobi then kills one of the other guards, And Biba then advances onto the nobleman, taking his sword and slicing another guard, only to then chat with the nobleman and kill him. Because the nobleman is in alliance with the shogun, and Biba's whole purpose is to kill his father, the shogun.
I remember the nobleman now. It was the guy with the glasses. I was drawing a blank on his face.
Yeah. And then Ayame is nearly hit with a needle because Horobi throws some hairpin needle at her, and the conductor jumps in front of it and gets pierced by it. That's when they're taken into custody by them.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, did they give them an ultimatum?
Yes, I think they had to.
Basically-
I think it was they had to give blood or they died. Wasn't it?
No, it was something about how, like, if she helps them getting into see the shogun, then
Oh, yeah.
he'd let the people go.
Yes.
Like, he didn't say anything about the blood yet, because, like, he wanted to get her approval first.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah. 1 second to fix my camera. It's like falling off here.
So then now we're getting into the real nitty gritty stuff, where when they get back to the train, that is when Biba gets the serum ready with the good juice, the good blue juice. And do you want to say what this blue juice does?
Who, me? I don't know if you want go for it, dude.
Either of you.
I mean, I know what it does. The blue juice, pretty much turns a Kabaneri into the big. Oh, what were they called? The big cluster.
The shadow, I think the black shadow.
Yeah, the big shadow, the big black shadow from a
colony.
few episodes ago.
Yeah,
the
colony.
Yeah,
There we go.
Hybrid colony.
Yeah, it pretty much turns the person who gets the injection into the blue heart that was a part of the colony.
So they go, but it speeds up the Kabaneri to the Kabani process, and then like, dude, that whole like, whatever was like protruding, whatever that goo was, at first, the gray goo.
That goo.
But it turns into fucking armor.
Oh yeah.
Like before she like went full like
Kabani.
hybrid colony. Like, she was whooping ass, dude.
Yeah, she has like blades made out of that goo and stuff on her, just ripping everybody to shreds.
We haven't gotten there yet. So with the colony,
really?
she breaks a massive hole in the wall to allow more Kabani in. That's when it starts to then break down because her, what would it be called? What was the best word for it? Her restraint on the Kabani process popped and broke off, which then she went full Kabani. And because she went full Kabani, the hybrid colony kind of fizzled out. That was when the goo then came back onto her, creating, or the iron goo, whatever you want to call it, came back and created the two blades and armor on her. That goo strong.
That good goo.
That good goo.
Which she was handing everybody their ass
Mm-hmm.
until Biba made an appearance.
No, but you've missed another great part during this whole
What did
goo
I
thing.
miss? What I miss?
When she got down on all fours and suddenly she can do some like hyper beam cannon bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I was like, what the fuck is
beam?
Like,
oh my
dude,
god, dude.
What made them decide all of a sudden they can fire a blast because this is a special Kabani now? She can fire a blast out of her mouth. You know, we've only had bullets, swords, trains, motorcycles now apparently. Let's give the zombies a energy blast. it'll be great. It's fine. I'm sorry. I was at that point. I was like going whoa, but at the same time going, is this necessary though?
It was one of those. It's cool, but it's like, dude, you guys are really really trying to get something out of this. Exactly. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say, Dan? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You said what I was gonna say.
My bad, dude.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, no, it's a little overpowered, nonetheless.
Like, I don't. This is where this. I mean, granted, it happened a while ago, but this is where you're like, dude, they're really trying. And then this happened, and then she shot a laser, and then she went to go kill the guy, but then failed.
There's a lot of slashing and laser beams, and she went to go kill him, and then not.
She went over to her. Oh God, what is the word? Her she went to her senpai, and then she just couldn't continue. She looked at him with her hard eyes, and he got a little spooked because he had the one little drop of sweat going on his cheek, and then he just stabbed her. She was killed by her senpai.
Which earlier in the episode she did mention is today the day I died.
Ding, ding, ding. She got it right.
Death flag.
Yeah, he has.
They pretty much just told us she was gonna die there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. But the whole energy blast was like
Too much.
Really?
A little too much, yeah.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
Really?
So, either way, after that, Miume was captured because Oni-san can't trust her now because she's not quite brainwashed as he'd like. Ikuma's captured. Ayame is outside, apparently, for some reason. And this is where Krisu comes up with his horse. And he's fighting through, and the scientist guy pulls out a freaking minigun.
This episode is the epitome of, and then this happens, and then he had this gun that shot like 1,000,000 bullets.
Bro, they have air guns that are firing pellets. Meanwhile, all of a sudden, let's get a fucking minigun out here. Like what?
Majority of them use muskets, like a type of musket, and then a minigun out of nowhere.
And to be fair, I didn't see any air hose attached to that.
No.
Like, how is that firing?
Unless I need to go back and
if she
check.
shot laser beams, it makes sense.
I need to go back and check, but yeah, I don't remember there being a hose or anything. And Ayame takes the case that has the white serum that's supposed to bring him back, I guess.
Reverse.
But yeah, reverse the Kabaneri process a bit.
Kabani stand.
But then he says, this is actually, I just did that whole out of order. All out of order. I just got to say that real quick. Because this is before he whips out the fucking minigun out of his ass. But he says, the scientist goes, it's too late. She's already too far gone. And then the whole fight with her being all energy blast and all that bullshit happens. Then she dies. Then Krisu comes, and she grabs the case while Krisu's fighting, and scientist goes, and Krisu charges at him, and they both fall into the Kabaneri abyss below.
I will say, this scientist is fucking ripped to be carrying that bitch around.
Right?
Like, he was swinging it around like nothing.
Like, yeah. Like
I thought he was going to start swinging it like a weapon at one point. Like try to hit him with it, like a pistol whip.
Bruh.
Or a minigun whip.
I felt like the minigun was also too much for that little fucking area.
It was,
yeah.
dude.
It was. They were literally on like a little deck on the side. It wasn't like on the ship or
on the side of the train, yeah. It was on the
yeah,
side of the train.
He pulls out a minigun. Like, you don't need a
And the guy who's
minigun.
like literally 3 feet away from him when he refires at him, I see no blood. None at all. The only thing I see is just a little bit of sparks from whenever it hits the container on his back. I would think that something like that would be much more powerful, but apparently not. But I don't know.
It was so fucked, dude. Just going back to it, it was so fucked. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think what else we're missing from this episode, because I think the only thing left is whenever everyone's being captured and Ikuma's captured on the ground, he sees Biba and he gives out a blood-curdling scream going, "Biba!" And then he's knocked out.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't this where they all like held up, like all the people held up in the little
Yes.
like garage or
Yes.
whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there
No,
was the
I'm
kid
actually
that
doing
was
this out of
bringing
order.
out, like,
Yes.
canisters?
Yes.
So the kid was bringing out canisters when the Kabani were attacking, and then at the end of the episode where Ikuma was there with Biba, they were pretty much like everybody was held up, like they were basically arresting everybody at that point.
They
And the kid
kill the
who got bit in the arm,
Mm-hmm.
the kid who had no name.
Yep, another no-name character.
This person we did not give a shit about.
So
Like
they
I
kill
want to
Boy.
look. I should have looked this up. I wonder if there's a manga, only because I feel like there's stuff that's not in the anime that was probably would have been written in the manga, because they always sometimes leave out details to make it fit within the time frame.
Yeah, because they kill Boy. Mom gets real sad, and that's when Biba gives his whole speech. And they're all
He was weak.
captured. Yeah, he's too weak. Only the strong will live, and blah, all this, blah, blah, blah. Then that's when Ikuma goes, "Biba!" and gets his fucking face stomped in, and he's knocked out.
Sorry for the way you say it, makes it sound like it's a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Uh,
Vegeta.
in-
Kakarot!
there is a manga adaptation of Kabaneri at the Iron Fortress.
See, I bet you a lot of these characters are more fleshed out in that, and there's a lot of details that I didn't hear.
God, I hope so, because God, this is just terrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is not on my list of favorite animes.
No. Like, I was going based off of watching like 2 episodes, and like it wasn't too bad in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But as it progressed on, you're like, oh god, come on, dude. Like, this episode was like, all right, so did you really let your kid write this episode? Like your 10-year-old son or something?
Yeah.
Is he back there? Like, and then there was laser beams, and then like Goku like Ikoma, and he went to fight Vegeta. Biba, and they had a minigun.
And then the minigun came out, and then he was like, "Blap blap blap," and it didn't do much.
Like, dude.
All right, so that was episode 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because this next one is where we were like, wow, it's really that fucked, huh?
Yes, because now we're on episode 10. Is where we get into the sad boy hours.
Yes.
Who wants to start off?
Well, we start off with they're taking blood from people. Like I think it was in the beginning where the guy was like, "Oh, don't my wife is like wasn't like pregnant or something or sick.
No,
Take twice as much blood from me."
Yeah, he said his wife was sick. Take twice as much blood, and then they shoot him dead.
Holy shit! I don't remember that.
Yeah,
part.
dude. They shot him and then they still took him back and drained him.
Damn.
Yeah, they still.
Like they're like, well, we're still gonna because they were arguing like that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. We take even more from him. And then like I don't know if there was a struggle or what. He got shot. They dragged him in back. They were like, well, we're just gonna fucking take it all.
Yeah.
And that's when, if I'm not mistaken, that's when Mume was back there and she recognized the guy.
Yeah, because she was, yeah, okay. And that's when they did the whole brainwashing thing. Or no, we're not quite there yet. But it is this episode where she gets like hella brainwashed.
Mhm.
That's. But they did. You do see that one guy that was working in the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
He's working with.
Yes. He's
Beavis
no. This
side.
is later.
You
This
see
is
that-
later. This is later. Yeah.
Just
A little bit
they were
later.
getting rations.
But after, like, well, I think this is what happens next, but after they're all getting their blood taken and everything, um, Ikuma and his best friend that I don't remember the name of,
Same.
start talking about how they're gonna plot to, take over the train
Uh-huh.
and everything. He gathers a group, tells them to start, like getting anything that can be a makeshift weapon, and they start planning an attack.
Yeah, and all I gotta say is, while they're talking about this, I know that there's someone that's on the lookout, but they don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
You guys said that I skipped a part. That skipped the whole part that I supposedly said.
What part?
Because they find out that they were getting rations. They saw this guy as the traitor. He handed blood to be given to Ikuma, and that's when we find Ikuma's plan to take over the train.
For some reason, I thought that was after
Yeah.
they started getting rations.
I don't. Episode 10, I wasn't able to rewatch this one, so this is all.
Me neither.
I mean, I remember parts throughout this episode, but I don't remember it scene by scene.
Yeah, I don't remember 100%.
I remember what happens as far as them going to take over the train. I forgot because I was pissed off with the whole conversations that happened between. Well, no, not really. I kind of remember what happened with Mume. If I'm not mistaken, I think you were right. I think that's when he went to go talk to Mume, or Mume went to go talk to Biba, and was like, "Why is this guy here?" And he was trying to convince her something, and because she was refusing, he had no choice but to sedate her and then brainwash her.
Okay, so the brainwashing does happen again here.
Yeah, that happens here because it's when we're getting to that point. But then they put the plan in motion. They know exactly when the guy's coming with the keys.
Mm-hmm.
So they have it set. Hey, when they get in here, when I say now, go turn on the steam to the room, and we'll take them and get the keys and get going. And then I forgot where he had it, but Ikuma had like a little pin or something, which you saw in the first episode. He picked to get out of jail to begin with.
Okay.
So he picked the lock here. When they come in, the steam goes. He picks the lock. They get the keys. I'm trying to remember, there was a small fight, and I remember Ikuma's best friend was getting ready to whoop that one dude's ass from the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, he's on our side. How do you think we were getting information? And that's when he revealed that in the bottom of the container that he had the blood in, he was sending him little notes with information.
And nobody else knew.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
Of course not.
They wanted to make it look real, like that he actually betrayed them.
And then didn't he still get hit anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where you start sensing that one the one chick that was running the train, and then this dude kind of had a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get that sensation they have a thing going.
They got a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge on the side.
Well, love-hate relationship.
They don't expand upon.
Nope. Because why give your characters any little bit of detail? Why give them any backbone?
So they're going car by car.
Gosh.
And then they finally get... Yes, with the keys. They had the keys. They're going car by car. They get to the last car, which I believe this is the engine room, or into the engine room, if I'm not mistaken. And they realize they don't have a key that works on this lock.
Yeah, it's back into the engine room that they first had the whole Biba and Ikuma conversation in. Yeah. No, it's not. It's the room before it.
Yeah.
It's the room before the engine room.
This is This is one of the cars where they would set up with the motorcycles or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the sides open up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
God.
This is where Biba does show. He anticipated they were going to make their move this night because the next day they were going to be there where their destination. So he had already anticipated it. So he removed that key from the key, or had that key removed from the key ring, so they couldn't take over the train.
Yeah, and he had his right-hand man go out there and beat their ass basically, and it was just Ikuma and his boy, was it not?
Yeah, it's just those two.
Now, what I don't remember is, after the ass beating, who shot? Was it the right-hand man? I don't think it was Biba himself.
It wasn't Biba himself. No, I think it was the right-hand man who shot.
And then his best friend stood in front of the bullet.
He blocked the bullet, going, "This is what I should have done back then." Referring to back when he first got onto the train, and Krisu was being dickhead self. And trying to push him out of the train. So, our boy, who we can't remember his name, dies.
Or Nameless Man number 5.
Casualty
and to make
number
matters
500.
worse, so at this point, you're thinking, oh my god, Ikuma's gonna whoop so much ass. He gets up, and they blow his fucking hand off.
Yep.
And it gets
I was so pissed off.
What was that,
I'm sorry, what was that, Dan?
He gets launched off the train into the water.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. In this struggle, he accidentally pulls a lever, which opens up the side of the train. That's probably very important to mention that it didn't automatically open on its own.
What?
do you mean
it didn't?
I mean, who knows? The guy had a fucking minigun hidden in his back pocket.
I mean, someone's probably got like a nuke in their pocket too. Who knows?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Not in this anime.
So he gets launched off the train. I don't remember if anything else happens after that.
The editors are allowed into the train room where they see the body and they're crying over random boy that we all were real sad about.
They kind of just come for him in his last moments, and then
his very, very short last moments.
Yeah, and then he kind of... I think the episode kind of just...
ends there.
They kind of just put back in lockdown, and then they're...
No, they're still there. It ends with them there in the train with the body.
But isn't that where Mume shows up and she starts enforcing it, and you start realizing she's heartless at this point?
No. Okay, so we just missed a whole section then. Actually,
I was going to say we missed Mume somewhere.
We're missing so much.
After he gets his arm blown off, Mume is there, and she's the one that stabs him.
Yes.
And she misses the heart cage because
purposely.
Because it's Mume who's still inside of it, even though she is still brainwashed.
Yeah. I was going to say, I felt like we were missing something because I have Mume brainwashed as my notes right here. So I was like, I know I'm missing something.
Terrible notes.
Yeah. Fuck you. I just agreed with you too. And then I just ended with, I hate Biba. This guy is just like you thought, this guy's going to be an asshole, but at this point you're like, oh my god, this guy's just fucking everything up.
Dickhead.
On this episode, I have no comment on Kurusu. He was not a piece of shit because he is
not in this episode.
No, he was actually a good guy this episode.
Because he's not in this episode.
Because he didn't talk.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
At this point, he's dead.
So, we're finally into episode 11.
Dude.
It opens up with everyone crying over our boy's body and them saying, don't touch him, you don't touch him, blah, blah, blah. And that's when right-hand man gets a little bit aggressive and says, y'all need to be going back.
Oh, doesn't the girl that was holding his body get up and slap the guy that shot or something?
I think something along those
Pretty
lines.
sure. I think that does happen.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, because
did you not see what he blew the other dude's hand off, and you're gonna slap him?
Yeah.
Balls.
Yeah, you want to just fucking die right now, basically? Okay. Yeah. So, either way, they leave him there saying, whatever, y'all still can't get any further from this, so that's it. And that's when, fuck, man, I really don't remember what happens at this point.
So much shit was happening, like, and not in a good way.
Yeah,
That this is where you start really checking out. Like, all right, we just need to finish this.
honestly.
It's just like I said. Was it episode 7? So much happened. It was like whatever, dude, or 8 or 9 or whatever.
I think I know what happens here. I think I'm not like 100%, but don't doesn't I forget her name. What's the bow lady's name?
IMA?
IMA. Doesn't she start talking to Biba? Like they start, I don't know, coming up with a plan to where they could, still save the people they have left.
Yeah, he said as long as you follow the plan, everybody will be let go.
Yeah, which was, take Biba as a hostage and, pretty much give him to the Shogun.
Yeah.
They went up, pretty much everything went as plans for that. They put everybody in lockdown because they said everybody who comes into the, I don't know what that place is called, like the compound or whatever, has to go through like a 3-day waiting period, except for those two. Those two had an exception.
Yeah.
And they get to the meeting room. They sit down. I don't really know what they start talking about, to be honest. I forget what they exactly say. If anybody wants to continue from here.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't this where Ikuma washes up on shore or something like that?
Nope. This is before that. I'm pretty sure.
Because, like...
I don't
Okay.
know.
It happens this
episode.
episode, but not till the end.
It's probably because of my note. I just thought to myself, "There's no way. I know he can't be dead." The only note I had for him in the beginning was, "Please don't have a giant ass weapon hand." Like, I really did not want. Like, dude, like either he was gonna grow another hand, or he was gonna be like, "I'm gonna strap this to my arm and put some more rivets in there." And I'm just like, "Please don't, please don't." I know.
I don't remember what happens here. I don't remember if the Shogun dies this episode or the next episode.
No, he dies this one. He does.
They start talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, they just start talking and everything. She fooled the
Shogun.
Well, I think she fooled the Shogun and got him in there. I think the Biba gets up, and I think doesn't he have like a handshake or something with him?
No, a sword.
What happens is they have him like he's knelt down in front of the Shogun.
Oh,
the Shogun picks up the knife. Yeah. He started talking to him like, "Oh, this is what this is the first or the only thing that I've ever given you." And then while holding it, Biba starts. I don't know if he started laughing, but he says, "I got some skill. I can detect a Kabani in the room. There's one in this room right now."
Yeah, and he wanted to return the blade, and on the blade handle he had, I don't know, something that can infect the.
It was like
Shogun.
a needle or something like that with Kabani blood or whatever.
To turn him in, and then he said he could sense somebody was in the room that had it, and then, well, the Shogun.
Sure enough, his hand started to Kabanify or whatever you want to call it.
Kabanify, I like that.
The Shogun's own men were telling him to, take his own life because he turned. He wasn't doing that, so his own men turned and shot him.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're ahead of ourselves by this point. Yeah, because it's not till later that I mention that it was a clever plan to turn everybody against each other.
So maybe now we're seeing...
At this point, because at this point, I was like, you see Ikuma washes ashore.
Okay.
You see Kurusu is still alive, that he took that one dude
Scientist.
hostage. Yeah, and then, because I have it, holy shit, Kurusu's still a piece of shit.
You know what that scene really reminded me of? You guys have seen The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
don't.
Yeah. With the walkers with the chains on their fucking
Michonne, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, it just really reminded me that because he was wearing a hood and everything like she did. I really
honestly,
that inspiration for that.
I got that vibe as well. You weren't the only one. I got that too. I was like, holy shit. It reminded me of Michonne.
I'm so disappointed.
And what made it worse? He had a katana.
He had a
I'm
katana, yeah.
so disappointed now. I'm so far checked out now of this anime. I'm so checked out.
I know. Like, dude, it gets better. It gets better in the next episode. Trust me, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It totally gets better.
But
So, basically, Kurusu finds Ikuma, and Ikuma is all being a scared little shit because, oh, he can't do anything now because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's turned into a bitch.
he was like, I'm not gonna lie. If I got my hand blown off, I think I might cry a little bit.
He doesn't feel
Like,
pain.
your hand's fucking blown off.
He doesn't feel pain.
He was mainly crying because his best friend just died.
Yeah, I mean,
Get
there was
even.
this guy,
And,
number 5.
and that Mume kind of just, you know,
Quit being a
turned
pansy.
on
Go get even.
get into that, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Kurusu was gonna leave him behind, but then he had no choice but to ask him for help anyway, because he doesn't know how to fucking work on those wannabe motorcycles.
Then all of a sudden, he decides to, man up and.
They didn't have a
Get rid-
motorcycle with them. What
Well-
do you mean?
No, they didn't. They
Yeah, they did.
I thought they had to walk.
No, they had a motorcycle. He's like, I can't get this thing started, and like something along the lines of like something about how he knew something. I remember Kurusu had a talk with Ikuma, basically telling him like, if she meant to kill you, she should have stabbed you through the heart. She's like some deadly assassin. How could she have missed your heart?
Yeah, which made him kind of rethink everything. And I think that's when the scientist, I don't remember the guy's actual name, but the scientist starts talking about the white serum and what it does and everything. And then I don't remember what the other serum was or what it was called.
The blue goo. The blue juice.
Oh yeah, the blue juice that, turns him into the colony. Start talking about that. He starts formulating a plan about how he wants to, inject her with the white goo. And
Wait.
What?
No, that's where he was saying, they needed to hurry up and get there because he wanted to see Mume's finale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's when Ikuma kind of perked up, like, what are you talking about? If I'm not mistaken.
And then that started the conversation about the goos.
Mm-hmm.
And
The goose.
and then, after the conversation about all the goos, he's in for everything. He gets his gun, duct tapes it to his fucking arm or something.
Yeah.
I remember, if I'm not mistaken, there were some rivets in there. Like, I was like, dude,
Yeah, like he
this
riveted
man,
this kind of.
this dude, is
He
just
used
like,
the rope
oh
and
well,
shit
I'll
that
just
was
bolt
in
it
that
to my
boat.
arm.
Yeah. Yeah, and he used some rope so he could pretty much activate it by doing some bullshit extension or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I think.
So after that,
Mega Man
Yeah.
gun arm type of thing going on.
Yep.
so,
I'm not sure.
I was so fucking checked out.
Well, there's one episode left, dude. We're almost done with this episode. Like, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if this episode
The
they
finale starts.
they started talking about if he took something to get there faster, or I think that was later.
He took it before they got there. I know that
Yeah,
because
like, I know we're close to the part where we go back to Biba, when Biba started talking about, or that's when the Shogun gets infected and all the guards start turning on each other.
Yeah, I think it goes back to that too.
Yeah.
The Shogun gets infected. He gets his head blown off. Then Biba takes a sword and starts taking it back. Where the Shogun's place, and then
I gotta give him credit. That was a clever ass plan.
it was.
Yeah, no, it really was.
You're outgunned and you got everybody to turn on each other. You don't have to do anything. Even though I don't know if I was in there, I probably would have shot Biba, just because fuck that guy. He's got a stupid face.
Like the guy that shot the Shogun should just fucking shot Biba first.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, and then in the middle of it, everybody's freaking out. They're killing each other, and it was just so fucked up because in the middle of it, some guy walks up and starts kicking the Shogun like, "This is all your fault," and Biba just shoots the dude in the head. I'm just like, "Wow, dude!"
all
like, I
going,
figured you'd be over there, like, "All right, let me kick him with you."
Yeah, everybody just starts killing each other because they go like, "Are you one of them? Are you one of them? Are you one of them?" They
Yeah,
just start shooting.
suspecting everyone. Yeah,
Mhm.
everyone just expects each other. So, yeah, chaos ensues into the Shogun capital, whatever you want to call it. And I can't remember if Mumei's finale starts this episode or next.
It
That's
does.
where I don't remember if
think
it started this one or
ends
next.
with it.
I think so because I have Ikuma throwing it all down to chance, throwing it all down on a chance. So I have a feeling he was going to try to get to her
Yeah.
because of it.
So basically, they head out to go try to save her, and he takes. Oh no, he cuts his hair also. Don't forget that.
Oh, dude, what the fuck? It's like, dude, you're sitting there saying like all this shit's about to go down. And you're like, hold on, let me cut my hair. I mean, I've only gone like this since the fucking beginning.
Yo, I need a fresh cut for this save. You don't understand.
It didn't even look good.
No,
It didn't even fucking look good.
he did that whole half-shaved head thing, and it's just.
This last episode just is crazy. It's so stupid, in my opinion.
Like.
Unless the guy says, hey, just so you know, this goo can get stuck in your hair. Might want to trim it just a little bit.
So yeah, he takes the blue goo to become super Kanabari, and
Super.
he gets the iron cage around his head a little bit, and a little bit on his arm, I believe, right?
He kind of gets a bit all over.
And I think that's where it ends. So episode 12, we're there. Yes, finally.
Yeah, finally.
Everybody died at the end. No, I'm just kidding.
And everybody died.
We finally get there. Thank God. Last episode, almost there. Krisu, the scientist, and Ikuma. I don't remember how this one starts up, other than just Mumei is in her finale form, her colony form, and is fucking up the town with energy hyper beams and shit.
I want to say Ikuma and Kurisu are in town and they're fighting, like helping people out by fighting the Kabani slash.
They're trying to fight their way through while also trying to save
Fighting
as
the
many
Kabani
people.
and also fighting the Liberators. Yeah.
Because I remember at some point the right hand man. Oh, if is this where Biba tells his men to just get out of the city?
I don't remember.
Or was that later?
I think so.
Yeah, I want to say it was the beginning because like a lot of shit fucking happens. And
Yeah,
then like
shit's
the one,
kinda
I want to say it was the right hand man was like, I'm gonna fucking kill this kid, and he was gonna hit him with a train. I don't know how he got to the point of the train, but he got on the train, and then Ikuma suplexed a motherfucking train, dude. Like he fucking he fucking lifted this shit and fucking suplexed it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, dude. I was blown away at that part. I was like, holy shit.
This power made no fucking sense whatsoever.
And he breaks the train tracks all in the process.
And then nobody could get out, so everybody died at the end.
Oh, he got revenge for his best friend, and
Yeah.
didn't he like bash his head in or something like that, or like
it was something. Like, he was not
like,
not nice about
brutal.
it. He was not.
And then Kurisu and him, they're just going around still fighting a whole bunch of the Kabani and Liberators. And at some point, the two of them get separated. I think it's by whenever they break the train and they break the tracks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He starts going after Mume, and then the other two try to find
IMA.
everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he even had the doctor or the scientist with him at this point.
No, I
No,
think
he
he
did.
left the scientist.
At the
He probably
gate.
killed him. Let's be real.
He probably killed him.
No,
we don't
I mean,
see him
I hope not. I hope not. Because if you think about it,
This is the only person that can
he could
actually...
be valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, if he could come up with a serum that reverses the process, he could be very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But he was evil at the same time.
Yeah. So what do? You chop a toe off. You're like, you want to keep your others?
You want to keep your other name?
Fucking make a serum.
So Ikuma's heading in to go save Mume, and lo and behold, there's Biwa also. And this is where we learn Biba's a Kanabari.
There was
Is
some
he?
shit
Yeah, he
with
was Kanabari.
Mume and butterflies too.
Oh God, what was it? What was the whole
Like
thing
the
about-
whole when a person dies, a butterfly comes down to spirit them away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
like,
Mama told her.
Yeah, which I don't know why she's listening to it now because she's all like, "Mom's weak, fuck the bitch." Like, I mean, that's how she's been going her whole life, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden she taught me this. It's so valuable.
But to be
It's
fair,
like,
like you see
will you
that,
get your shit together?
You see glimpses of that throughout the show. Like
Yeah.
early episodes, you do see the butterfly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which I mean, I'm like, why is nobody like drawn to this? It's like so interesting. Some like celestial butterfly just came down and spirited this dude's like soul away. Nobody's like, hey dude, that's some cool shit.
Nah.
And then she, oh dude, it was, oh my god.
Nah, why would they do that?
This is where we see the armor. Oh yeah, like so. Is this where Ikuma and Biba start fighting?
Hell yeah.
Yes. The fight ensues.
And you learn that Biba is also a Kanabari. And while they're fighting, I don't remember exactly how one beats the other one's ass. But
Oh, I remember that.
Well, yeah. You got it.
I was gonna say Ikuma goes blind. Remember?
yeah.
He goes blind, and then the stone that the talisman that his sister made him,
No,
when
found-
he was
found.
thrown off the train, that was dropped.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
Yume had
they
it.
found it together, but his sister made it for him, and he always wore it. And when his when his hand was blown off, it dropped.
Mm-hmm. And
Mume saw it. She picked it up. She had it with her. She dropped it. The little pebble or whatever fell into the water. He heard it, and then he attacked Biba because he I don't know. He just attacked.
Because it's
But
a
I thought
sign
it was
to
fucked
attack.
up. He has this armor shit, and Biba broke his arm like fucking nothing, dude. Do you remember that? Like, you got this armor shit, and he just snapped his arm like nothing. I'm like, yeah, because armor don't do shit in this world either. That's why nobody wore armor.
Yep.
Even the Kabaneri armor, you could just get right through it. Holy shit.
And
As long as you got a heart cage sword, it don't matter.
Jeez, dude.
But yeah, no. Yeah, so he attacks while he's blind, and he somehow knows exactly where Mume is, and goes and gives her the white serum.
and then Ikuma
Passes out, doesn't he?
passes out.
Well, Biba didn't get hit in the heart. He blew his arm off.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I know that's like important here. So he blows his
It
arm
is.
off. So he didn't die. Or you
Mhm.
thought he was dead, but he didn't die.
Nope.
And then, like you said, he went and gave the serum to Mume.
Mume. And while she's still regaining consciousness, he passes out. And I think this is where Biba is just trying to continue the fight, basically. And I guess this is where it's implied that Biba gave Ikuma a extra white serum that he apparently had up his ass.
Well, dude, it makes sense. Think about it. So he took he took the blue goo himself, so he could be all Super Saiyan and shit and take on Ikoma.
Mm-hmm.
And then he obviously had to have white serum, otherwise he was going to be too far gone. He was going to be like no use to do whatever plan he had.
So
But this
instead
is
of
also
saving himself, he gives it to Ikoma.
I think he wanted to just depower him so we could finish him off.
which
And then-
I know. I was conflicted on that because I didn't know if he was being nice and being like, "Dude, you bested me, whatever, you get to live," or like Dan said, it's like I'm going to weaken you so I can just fucking kill you.
That's what I think it was, because I don't think he had any like sign of like respect for him. I mean, yeah, I think he respected him in a sense, but I don't think he would have saved him. Like,
I don't think
on
so.
It
purpose.
could be he also saw it as he wasn't weak, and that's why he did gain respect from him in the end.
Yeah.
Because you could to get to the point he was at, you wouldn't have beaten him if you were weak.
And as Biba went to go, finish him off and everything, Mume came in and stopped him, finished him off.
Yee.
I don't remember,
Don't
what
remember
they exactly
what
said.
she used, but yeah, she did.
No, she used.
No, she took one of the blue goo spikes
Yeah.
that was on the ground.
Okay.
Which this was a very important part because it also showed or symbolized that she overcame his ideology that she'd been brainwashed with,
Mm-hmm.
which was it was really cool to see. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this is where Kurusu makes an appearance.
Yeah, they get all together. They pick up Ikoma, and
Now, keep in mind at this point we don't know that he took the white serum.
yeah,
No,
So they're taking a huge chance carrying his body with them.
Yep. Yes, they are. Which I honestly like when I was watching, I was like, why are they taking him? He's dying. He's gonna become a Kabani any minute now.
I know.
Thought it ended bad. Like, I thought everybody was gonna die at the end
Like-
because of that.
Come on, they all saw what happened to Horobi whenever she turned. The blue serum destroys you. Why are you taking him?
Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
But yeah, so he's already passed out. So like you said, in their mind, he should be turning. They're trying to escape the collapsing station that's being overrun by Kabani as well. And all of a sudden, there's like this motorized train car or whatever the hell. Or is it like...
It's like one of those pump, like
Yeah.
So they're
yeah,
doing
like
that-
on the old
they're-
cartoons.
Okay,
like,
yeah, but
where
like
you
that means...
teeter-totter to get it going.
Is it just Chris and Mume who are pumping this thing, making it like zoom down the fucking tracks? Because
Apparently, Mume retained her super strength.
like they're going fast on that bitch. Because like
It had to
whenever
have
the
been
train
steam powered in
shows up,
some way.
when the train
mean, if
shows
you have
up,
to-
they're going the same speed.
that's true.
Well, they were also on a smaller track, kind of like further out. Like they were, I don't know if necessarily they were matching speeds, but because further out they had to go farther.
Yeah, and I
Whereas
mean,
the track
yeah,
was smaller, maybe
To
it
be
wasn't
fair.
going nearly as fast.
yeah. And either way, Mume.
I mean, just to give it
yeets-
some realism.
Mume yeets Ikuma's quote-unquote lifeless body to the other train where they happen to put up this giant... They whip out this sheet catching glove out of their ass. Of course, they just have, a giant, like, sheet that's all sewn together.
Yeah.
We'll be naked for the next month, but we'll catch you.
Just like, but where did they get this, though,
It's probably when they got supplies. Like they had like darts of cloth.
Because they were on their train, weren't they? Like, yeah.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
like, when did they decide they're gonna make this giant sheet flag thing?
I mean, it's probably just cloth that they bought. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, either way, they still had to sew that bitch together. Who the fuck sews up all their cloth together?
they could've
Apparently
just-
they do. I don't know why we're questioning that when they've got fucking
Yeah.
monsters that shoot laser beams.
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean,
Fair. By the way, Mume did
And
do
a dude
laser
that
beams.
suplexed a train. He did. Yeah, we forgot that.
Mume was doing.
did.
There's
laser
something
beams.
else. there is something else we did miss,
What?
and it was something small.
What?
Kurusu stood over Ikuma, and he didn't have the heart to kill him.
And
And
on
he kept
this
saying,
day,
if you
his
turn-
asshole meter went
Oh,
down by 3
shit.
sizes.
It wasn't just that. We also forgot something major. He said, as soon as I notice that you're not making any sense, I'm going to kill you. The whole
True.
time.
And he always
And
kept
so
asking,
he kept
what
asking,
is he?
how are you or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
He
Sorry,
asked
go ahead.
what
Dan.
is he to verify what he is,
True.
how he's doing.
And he stood over him and he tried to get him to respond. He didn't, and he didn't have the heart to kill him.
Yeah.
And on this day, his asshole meter went down by 3 sizes.
And then, so now here's the part that doesn't make sense. So, Ikuma gets thrown to the other train.
Mm-hmm.
Mume jumps to the other train. Kurusu jumps to the other train. Now, I don't know if you remember that gap, but that was a huge fucking gap. How did he make it? I thought she was going to throw Kurusu across as well and then jump, and no. He jumped it himself.
Mm-hmm.
He almost fell
Granted,
off.
he almost fell off.
And
But
who
his
was it?
waifu saved
Yeah,
him.
his waifu Ayume
Yeah.
grabbed his hand and he got all blushy and going, senpai, type of shit.
He was the one getting all fucking blushing and whatnot.
The hard eyes for senpai Lady Ayume. Jesus.
Little hentai senpai.
What happens now? Because I mean, is this where he wakes up or
They,
no?
they lower his body into the train, and then they start seeing the stuff melt away. She's crying, no, you can't die. You were supposed to return me back to normal. And that's when you're obviously asking yourself, aren't you normal? You had the white serum.
Mm-hmm.
They kept saying it'll turn you back into human, not Kabaneri.
Yeah.
But you see the stuff melt away. He wakes up. They left it on a huge fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh, we lived. Hey, that's it.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. They just kind of.
I'm interested in seeing what the Netflix thing is, but I want to see if it's actually a continuation or if it's just that's it.
I don't know. I might, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Dan.
I don't know. It kind of sounded like they were trying to set up for something, which.
Either way, this shit's done. Thank God.
But I gotta say, all right, and maybe this will be a nice way for us to end a review like this, and that's whether we can recommend this anime or not. And I cannot recommend this.
I can't recommend it either.
In the beginning, it was interesting, but the thing is you have characters throughout the whole thing that they're forgettable. I mean, you hear their name once or twice. I'm sorry, you're not gonna remember these names.
No.
And I know I should have remembered the friend's name because he was in it quite a bit. But there's so many forgettable characters that you can tell they really needed to do a backstory on some of them to get, or at least give them
a bit more depth,
or have them more fleshed out.
Yeah.
I don't think 12 episodes was enough.
No, this definitely should have been more. But at the same time, with the episodes they had, it seems like they were cutting out stuff just to jam it all together.
Yeah.
Just to make the 12, and I can't. In that sense, I can't
do
recommend
either.
it.
No, I cannot recommend it.
It's not recommended.
So
Shield
give
Hero, on
it-
the other hand, I could definitely recommend.
see,
I give-
but they had okay. We're not getting that. I mean, we should have, which we probably should go at some point and record a little offline blip that we can tag on to the end of that, whether we recommend it or
It's
not.
Fine.
I give it 2 coffees out of 10.
I give it half a coffee bean.
I'm gonna give it 1 coffee. It's not. I
Okay,
can't do
if
it.
we're going in coffee sense, yeah, I'll give it 1 decaf coffee. So it's what's the fucking
1
point?
decaf. It's not
What's
even
the fucking point?
caffeinated.
It's just bean water.
It's just weed water.
So,
Bean
but
water.
yeah, that's it. We are at an hour and 30 minutes. Damn.
The
So
longest one yet.
next week we're gonna be doing Anime Logic, and I cannot wait to get into this because that will be a whole lot of fun if you ask me.
It'll be very weird, but
Oh,
fun.
it's gonna be weird.
Fun, funny, weird.
But either way, this has been the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for listening. My name is Shawnee095. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter with the same handle. Dan?
You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at DanBTV, DanBYYTV. Same thing for both handles. Josh?
You could find me at ZombieJa, Twitch and Twitter, zombie_Ja.
And if you want to add us at any time on Twitter, the Twitter handle is at Weebs Podcast. And on Twitch, when we do put it up, it'll be Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. That's going to be the Twitch handle. Again, thank y'all for listening. Y'all have a good night. Later.
Bye-bye.